Welcome to your reading for February 16th. I'm Marisol, and I'm going to be drawing a couple of cards to help us see what the energy of the week holds for us. I am using the Earth Magic deck, and we're going to be pulling two cards, one for the energy that is present this week. So we've got the love card. I love this. And one of the things that really jumps out to me here is how we have one hand that is receiving, one that is giving, and they're both kind of meeting in the middle of kind of the same thing, right? The heart center. So, what I'm feeling here is definitely this message, whether it is for yourself or perhaps a situation or something specific going on this week for you, that coming back to love and compassion is going to be really important, right? And what that means to you is going to be in your heart. You will know because we always know, right? Sometimes we have to still ourselves or still our mind in order to listen and deeply check into what is in there. But love is one of those powerful forces that we can really get swept up by, right? And I think that I hear a lot of people say, like, oh my gosh, I love this new restaurant, or I love my, I don't know, new boots. I don't know. But that's delightful, and that's joyful, and it is totally valid. Also, there is something way bigger and deeper when we're thinking about love in its essence and its ability to really shift perspectives, to open up our energy centers, to crack us open. And um, and how can we use that compassion also in this message? I'm feeling like perhaps there is either a part or aspect of yourself, or maybe in your community or within your close ones, or whatever situation. Maybe you've been a little hard on it, or maybe that person or situation needs some softness, needs to maybe be seen from a different lens. And right now we do have a big eclipse. So we have this energy of like maybe some things being shadowed. So that being the message this week feels pretty significant. Now I'm going to pull a card for how to support ourselves as we move, and I have the tree here. This is the tree of life. And one of the things that I can really feel from this message or this card is the reflection here, as above, so below. And you can see here these roots being deep into the earth, but also it's a mirror image of what's going on. So perhaps in this situation, we are being asked to look at how we maybe are projecting, or perhaps just feeling what the other person feels, right? Can we take a moment to maybe look at how we are mirror images of each other in some way? And of course, the grounding. I think when things are feeling off, and especially if this week is asking us for compassion in some way, that can really feel destabilizing. And oftentimes it can get us in our head because heart space makes us tender and it can be frightening. And so this card is encouraging us maybe to do those things that feel grounding to us, going for a walk, chatting with a friend, connecting with, what helps you connect to your roots, right? Um, and also the root of the issue, right? So that is the energy to tap into. It's kind of like the helper card. And I'm being drawn to pull another card, and this is what to release. Um, the sanctuary card. And that's really interesting, right? Because like how do we release sanctuary? Like, why would we want that? Feel like being in my home is like a sanctuary, and I don't want to release that. But what I'm getting really here is that maybe it's time to come out. If you have been holding things really precious, or if you have been in a very introspective, contemplative place, um, maybe it's time to share that with some people that you feel safe around. Maybe you have been a little bit hermiting and it's time to come out and explore what's outside of the cave. Um, and again, it's really interesting because grounding is what our instruction or our helper card is. If you are someone who's an empath, highly sensitive, if you are someone who is more on the introverted side, being out in the world might feel like a lot. And so finding those tools that help you connect and anchor yourself, connect to your body, um, because there is an important piece here of compassion and love that is required, and maybe stepping out of your inner landscape out into the world feels vulnerable, or sharing something that you've been thinking about might feel vulnerable, but that's the energy right now, and it is being supported. So I hope this gives you a little bit of courage, a little bit of insight, and an opportunity to reflect. And I will see you next week. Be well.